Welcome to our video on empowering managers with HRA Cloud. Your organisation has chosen to partner with HR Assured to help manage the compliance of your HR processes. With HR Assured, you don't have to be an employment law expert to ensure compliance. You now have access to a telephone advisory service and HRA Cloud. This advice line provides people managers with direct access to HR Assured in relation to your day-to-day employee and safety management responsibilities and legal obligations. You can seek advice on any matter, big or small. HRA Cloud is a cloud-based software that helps you easily manage your team. You can access it through any internet-connected device using a web browser. With HRA Cloud, HR tasks and managing people will become simpler and easier. The telephone advisory service and HRA Cloud is a powerful combination. Together, they will give you peace of mind knowing you're legally compliant, your people are being looked after, and your information is secure in the cloud. Through the key features currently highlighted on your screen, HRA Cloud will help to make HR simple. As a leader and manager in your organization, HRA Cloud will assist you to take control of your record-keeping obligations, access up-to-date, legally compliant HR documents, automate HR processes and reduce the time you spend on admin, track key dates and receive reminders through alerts and notifications, provide a better experience at work for you and your employees by engaging your workforce with employee self-service. In this video, we're going to show you how to navigate around HRA Cloud, manage employees, including what you can access on their employee record, how to record a note and upload a document, track professional development goals. We're also going to show you the different ways to communicate with employees via email, employee self-service, and assigning tasks. And finally, how to utilize HRA Cloud's employment law templates through checklists and documents. Let's jump into the system so we can get started. First, we're going to learn how to navigate around HRA Cloud. Down the vertical menu on the left-hand side, you'll see the different modules available to you in HRA Cloud. These may differ depending on your organization subscription or what access you've been provisioned. You might be able to see employees, contractors, volunteers, WHS, or reporting. If you think there's a module you should be able to access, but you can't see, please contact the HRA Cloud administrator within your organization and ask for access. The module that you're currently in will be highlighted in its corresponding color. The workflows in each module are organized into 3 stages to represent the life cycle of that module. We're currently in the employee module, and across the middle here, you'll see there are 3 purple buttons. These are our workflows, and they are divided into 3 distinct stages of an employee life cycle: pre-employment, employee management, and termination. Within these workflows, they contain our checklists, which are designed to guide you through all the HR processes you might need to manage your employees from start to finish. These checklists are drafted by FCB Workplace Law to ensure that you are following both a compliant and best practice process. All actions completed or documents created from within a checklist are automatically saved to the employee's record. Over on the right here is our notice board that is regularly updated with workplace relations information, alerts, newsletters, and articles from HR Assured. In the top right, you'll see a menu drop-down with your name. Under here, you can access your own view of employee self-service, so you only need one username and password to access HRA Cloud. If this isn't available to you yet, contact your HRA Cloud administrator so they can get it set up. Depending on your user access permissions, you may be able to see the account settings that will give you access to the administrative settings for HRA Cloud. The actions will provide you access to all of our features that can be done in bulk, such as importing various records or information into HRA Cloud, uploading documents, and launching online performance reviews. The action that you'll most likely commonly use is the self-service messaging, and we'll come back to this a little later. You may also have access to view the dashboards, and the Get Help option will direct you to our knowledge base that contains hundreds of articles to assist you with using HRA Cloud. HRA Cloud utilizes a structure made up of branches to help you organize various types of records within your organization. If your organization is using the branch structure to separate and manage employees, you may have been given access to certain branches that you are eligible to view. If you have been given access to multiple branches, you can navigate between them by using the branch locator and selecting Switch Branch. Choose the one that you want to access. You can also use the drop-down options to select the branch that you want to access. Over on the top left, you'll see the phone number for the HRA Advisory Service. This is a 24/7 service with extremely fast response times, staffed by highly qualified HR experts. You can call for clear, easy to follow advice on a wide range of HR matters. So jumping down to beneath the workflows, you will see your document management area. For each module, this will contain different tabs where you can locate a variety of information relevant to that module. The name of each tab will indicate the type of information it contains. In the employee management module, you'll be able to locate your employee records and all their associated documents. Under library and awards, you can access a range of employment law resources, including templates, guides, and forms that the system comes pre-populated with. The general docs and policies tab will contain documents about your company that have been either uploaded or generated from our templates. There are also tabs for you to manage tasks, approvals, and alerts, and I'll come back to these a little later. There are various search options available to you throughout HRA Cloud. They enable you to search for particular records or documents, and they also enable you to filter by branch, sub-branch, and whether it's a current record. You can use these filters to update your list without having to search for something in particular. Just choose your applicable filter and hit search to refresh that list. Please note that when you search, you will only be able to see employees and documents that you have been given access to. So next, let's look at an employee record and what you can do on an employee record. Within an employee record, you'll see that there are a number of tabs to help organize the information stored about employees. You may see a slightly different list of tabs available based on integrations, customization, or the access that you have been provisioned. Under the Details tab, you can expect to find employees' personal, emergency contact, and job details. Under Documents, you can store all relevant HR documents related to the employee. Documents that you generate through HRA Cloud, either through one of the checklists or directly on employee record, will automatically be saved to this tab. Any documents uploaded through tasks or through the training and qualifications functionality will also automatically get saved to the employees tab. So how do we upload a document to this tab that hasn't been generated through HRA Cloud? Click on Upload a new document and enter the details about the document you are uploading. If you select the file first, it will pre-populate the title of the document and you can then edit it as required. You'll need to choose a document type for the document. This is important for a couple of reasons. The document type may impact who can view the document, including the employee through their self-service portal, and you may want to be able to report on particular document types in the future. You will find a link to our knowledge base article about the document types available to you in your Manager's Jumpstart Guide. Depending on what the document is, you may want or need to include a signature date or an expiry date. Expiry dates on documents generate reminder alerts to management so that they can appropriately manage any associated actions that need to be taken. With reminders, you can choose whether you have them a day, a week, a month before, or you can set a specific date for the reminder. Once uploaded, you'll see some possible action items, such as assign a task. You can assign a task to yourself or another manager through the management portal, or you can send the document to the employee via self-service and they can confirm that they have read it. If I go back, down at the bottom here, you can see the details section. This outlines the details or properties for the document. You can make any amendments to the document type, expiry date, the status of that document, etc. in here if you need to. If in future you need to upload a new version of a document, you have the option to do so, and you will be able to see previous versions under the version section down here at the bottom. If the document type allows the employee to view the document through self-service, they will only be able to view the current version, not any previous versions that are shown here. If we go back to the employee's file by selecting their name up here at the top, you can see that that document has now been uploaded. The document type and also the status of that document are what will control whether the employee can see the document through ESS. A document will have a status of draft if you have set it to that through the details on the document, or if you have only partially created it through one of our checklists or directly from the Create a New Document button. In regards to the Create a New Document button that is located just here, we do say that wherever possible, we recommend creating documents through the relevant checklist rather than using this option directly on the employee's file. This ensures that all applicable process steps are also covered to assist with compliance as well as creating the document required. There will, of course, however, be times where you may need to create documents directly on the employee file, and that is why this functionality is there. The Notes tab provides you with a few different types of functionality that you can utilize. The tab stores important details such as work-related changes, messages sent to the employee via the system, and reminders and observations regarding the employee's performance. HRA Cloud will time and date stamp certain actions within HRA Cloud and save them to this Notes tab. For example, when an employee acknowledges a message they have received in employee self-service. You can also generate tasks to be completed from a note, including requesting the employee uploads a document or information through their self-service portal. So to record a note yourself against their employee record, click on Add Note, select the contact type and also the topic. If you choose to mark the note as sensitive, only you or admin users of HRA Cloud with a particular permission will be able to view the note. If you choose to mark the note so it is included in a performance review, it will appear as a note at the start of the appraiser's review for the employee, provided the date falls into the relevant review period. If the note concerns another employee, choose the employee and link to their employee record if applicable. Fill in any comments and, if applicable, select a task as the next step. This could be for you, yourself, for the employee through the self-service portal, or for another manager. Set up any reminders that are required and create the note. You can also use this functionality for recording such as birthdays, work anniversaries, and things like that by making sure that the note has an alert recurring every year. There is a training tab to record information about training and qualifications for the employee. The performance reviews tab will contain information about any performance reviews conducted with the employee through our online performance functionality. Both of these tabs will require some additional account setup prior to utilizing them, which we won't cover off in this video. For objectives and development, this tab stores an employee's short and long-term personal and professional objectives. These can be identified during a performance review period or at any stage during the employee's life cycle at your business. Employee objectives can be created and managed by managers or by the employee themselves through their self-service portal. As a manager, click Add Objective and populate the necessary fields. Fields 1 to 4 are mandatory and fields 5 to 9 are optional. The Checklists tab stores and gives you access to all checklists that have been launched for that employee at any stage during the employee's life cycle. The Alerts tab stores all alerts and reminders relating to that specific employee that have been set throughout HRA Cloud. The next area of HRA Cloud that we're going to look at is communicating with your employees. There are a few different ways that you can communicate with your employees using HRA Cloud, depending on the circumstances around the communication, particularly if you are wanting to send something to the employee or you're wanting to receive something from them. By communicating directly from HRA Cloud, there will be a record of the communication saved on the employee's record. You can send messages to employees via self-service, either individually or in bulk. To do this, go up to Actions at the top, then Self-Service Messaging. Click on Create Message. If sending bulk group messages, you can segment who you are sending the messages to by branch and also by the record type. So you might send things just to employees or maybe to contractors. Enter a subject and then the message that you want to send. You can format this as required, add external links, pictures, videos, etc. For self-service messages, you have the option to send it as a message that requires acknowledgement. By ticking this box, there will be a note automatically recorded to the employee's file of the message being sent, as with all messages that are sent. And then there will also be a note recorded to time and date stamp the employee's acknowledgement of that message. This is particularly useful when sending out documents such as new company policies, as you'll automatically get a record of the employee's acknowledgement of that new policy. You can set an expiry date for how long this message will be visible in ESS for. And if we scroll back up, we can also attach documents to the message. In ESS, that message will appear on the employee's notice board and also in their inbox for them to action. Using this type of communication, the employee will be able to read any documents you send to them and confirm that they acknowledge the message and/or documents. From the management portal, you can see all current messages that are active within the system. You can click on the message and make any edits that you need to. And you can also see all expired messages that have previously been sent as self-service messages. If you want to email an employee from HRA Cloud, navigate back to Home and to the employee's record. There are two ways you can do it from the employee's record. On the employee details screen, you'll see more actions over on the right and the option to send an email. You can also navigate to the Notes tab and select Email Employee. By choosing to email an employee from HRA Cloud rather than one of the other methods of communication options, please be mindful that you are taking the subsequent communication outside of HRA Cloud, as it's going to now be in your emails. And if applicable, you will need to upload any conversations or documents back into HRA Cloud. Earlier in this video, we covered two different ways that you can communicate with employees using tasks, but I'll give you a quick reminder in the context of showing you different ways to communicate with employees. So on the Notes tab, you can create a note and assign a task to the employee via self-service. The employee will receive an email alert and a task in their ESS inbox. If you want an employee to be able to upload a document to send to you, this is the communication method that you'll need to use, and make sure that you have ticked this button to allow the ESS user to attach a document with this task. If you want to send a document to an employee, I showed you how you can do this from the Documents tab. So you can navigate to the document, click on the name of the document, and you should have the option of assigning a task. You can choose to assign it to them in self-service, and the employee will receive this as a task in their inbox with your instructions, and they'll be asked if they have read the document. They will be able to reply to the task with any comments and the agreement that they have read this document. Okay, we've now seen a few examples of how tasks and actions can be assigned to employees or to you as a manager. So let's take a little look at how you can then manage those through HRA Cloud. You can find items you need to action as a manager under either the tasks, self-service approvals, or alerts tab, depending on what it involves and what is required. If I navigate to tasks, under here, you'll find a list of the tasks assigned to you. Tasks are usually created when adding a note against an employee or candidate record, as we just did, or it can be when sending a document. Tasks can also be created at various points throughout the process of completing a checklist. Users can create a task to serve as a reminder for themselves or can assign a task to another user for action. Clicking on the title of the task will open the task, and then you can then choose the most appropriate action, such as completing the task, reassigning it to another manager, updating it, or seeing its history. Under self-service approvals, you will see update requests from employees via the self-service portal, as some information updated by employees in the self-service portal will need to be approved by their manager before being finalized in the system. You're able to approve or reject requests in bulk by selecting them down here, or you can do them individually. If you want to provide an explanation for rejecting a request, you will need to do them individually. From here, you can also assign a task to that person in self-service, so it might be asking them to submit further information as to why you've rejected it. With alerts, to be notified of alerts, you need to be subscribed to alerts and have an email address saved against your user profile. This should have been done by default when your account was created, but you can check and adjust your subscriptions without needing to speak with your HRA Cloud account administrator by navigating to the Alerts tab and then clicking Update Subscriptions. From here, you can choose which subscriptions you receive alerts for, whether you just get them when you log into the application under the Alerts tab, or whether you also get an email to tell you about that alert. Our final section in this video is about how to utilize the employment law documents that are built into HRA Cloud. HRA Cloud has a wide range of employment law document templates designed to support you through all stages of the employee lifecycle. From letters of offer to new employees and warning letters for underperforming, to termination letters for unsuccessful probations or employees who resign. The recommended way to create these documents is via checklists. This way, you know that you're using the right template at the right stage in the HR process. While working through any HR checklist, remember that you can call to seek advice from the telephone advisory service to assist you in the process. You can record the notes of the call and the advice you received in the process of working through the checklist. So to initiate one of the checklists, you're going to want to choose the relevant workflow for the stage of the employee's life cycle. You'll then see a list of all the checklists that you have access to. Click on the plus symbol to the left of the checklist that you want to complete. You will then select to either initiate a checklist or to resume a checklist that you have previously started. Select the relevant employee's name, and that's going to launch the checklist for you. This will automatically be launched against the employee's file, so that when you're on that employee file, you can easily access that checklist. And any documentation that we create in this checklist is going to be automatically saved to their employee file. You're going to work through the checklist step by step, completing each step as you go using the action buttons down this right-hand side. If you need more information about the particular step, click on the little info bubbles and there'll be a pop-up with more information for you. If you're still unsure and want information, you can call the telephone advisory team at any point. Some steps will be compulsory and will prevent you going any further until those steps have been completed. And some steps will be optional and will let you skip them as one of the action items. In some of the checklists, there will be a step such as this one, advising you to contact your HR advisor. This step is going to prompt you to call through to our telephone advisory team so that they can jump in, have a look at the checklist, where you're up to, the information that you've already provided, and they can give you any further advice needed before you proceed with that checklist. As previously mentioned in this video, where possible, we do recommend creating documents from our legal templates as part of a checklist to ensure you have carried out all necessary actions and everything is documented. So at the relevant step in the checklist, click Create, and then create a new document. If it is a document that you have already created, you can link to an existing document. And if it's a document that isn't already on that employee's file, you can use this opportunity to upload a new document. For this instance, I'm going to create the new document. You will then go through a question and answer process to enable you to tailor the template document to align with the details of the employee and their unique circumstances. If you want to, you can choose to upload an electronic signature. Once you've completed all the relevant questions, you can review the questions that you've answered and make any edits required. If you're happy with it, you can preview the document. You can create it as a Word or PDF. If you hit Next, it will just automatically create that as a PDF document for you. From here, you can go into the document information if needed, but in this instance, we're going to resume the checklist. The document that you've just created will have been automatically saved to the Documents tab on that employee file. You can then go through and finish off completing the steps of your checklist before coming down to complete it. You won't want to mark a checklist as completed until it is, because once you have, you will not be able to edit it any further and you will not get reminders about any other steps that need completing within that checklist. In relation to the blue links, which are different guides and forms that you can use within the checklists, you will find that these are also stored under the Library and Awards tab, under the Guides and Forms tabs. This means that you can access them at any stage if you need to from outside of a checklist. And that rounds out our demo for today. So what's next for you as a manager using HRA Cloud? You can watch our other videos to assist you with your training and knowledge on HRA Cloud. We recommend reading through the Manager's Jumpstart Guide and ensuring you feel confident to get started using HRA Cloud. Watch our video on how to involve your employees with employee self-service. Log into your HRA Cloud account and start familiarizing yourself with the functionality. And lastly, prepare to make HR simple with HRA Cloud. If you require any assistance in using your HRA Cloud, our client success team are here and ready to help. The contact details are on the screen at the moment, and you'll also find them in your Manager's Jumpstart Guide. Thank you for watching. I hope you have found this video helpful, and don't forget to check out our other videos.